Welcome our friends to the Sin Bin.
Welcome Titans Army to the very first Sin Bin Footy Show. Here at the show you'll find the best news about the Titans, the Legion and Rugby League in general. What do we got today, Mick?
Mate, we've got a huge show. Huge! Tonight we've got, we're going to talk about the trial game between the Titans and the Broncos. I mean, I know we only won by 2 points, but geez, it's got some promising signs.
But we won.
We won. Yes,
sweet.
We destroyed our arch enemy.
Yeah, it's good to dunk on some Bronco fans for a change.
Oh mate, it's like Christmas coming early.
Oh,
it's awesome.
It's like Easter.
Yeah. And then I think we're going to cover, we've got some awesome emails from some die-hard, pardon puns,
So
that's your take.
It's okay, I don't have a trademark on the name.
That's all right.
As long as you're Rugby League die-hard, not any uptight.
Yeah, well these are Titans diehards. So we're going to cover them. And also we're going to tune into our favourite bloke Coaster. He's got his own segment called Point Blank. So we'll chat.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of Coaster this year, but you know, it was in the contract that we had to give him 5 minutes per episode. He wouldn't let us do the show.
Yeah, I mean, we rang up Morteen and they said you can't kill vermin. So we're stuck with, mate, we're stuck with you, Coaster. Anyway, we've got a segment with Coaster.
Yeah, must have.
Yes, we do. It's riveting. Actually, it's not, it's just enjoyable.
Yeah.
What else we got, mate?
Most importantly, we have a look at the membership. You know, how to get involved, how to be a member, how to recruit, how to get tickets to the game, and you know, going forward in this segment, we'll probably give you a monthly update on how numbers are going because we're going to be recruiting throughout the year.
Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect time to get on board, guys. You know, it's going to be a blockbuster this year. You know, the stars are going to be the Titans, and mate, it's going to be up for a few Academy Awards. We are going to be winners.
What are you saying? Princey's going to be milking?
No.
I don't mind if he does.
No, Princey, we love you, mate. Or Brad.
It's in the game of being a good halfback, let's be honest.
It is.
Yeah. That's in their nature. And what else we got? We're looking forward to round 1 against the Cowboys, which is actually up north.
Yeah, oh, mate, it's going to be an interesting game, you know. It's going to be hot. I wouldn't be surprised if it bloody rains. You know, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to the game, but it's got so much potential for, you know, someone coming against it. Just because of the weather up there, and you know, it's a muggy, hot, and always bloody rains up there. So
there's never a game against the Cowboys that isn't, you know, pretty incredible. And the Cowboys always seem to have standout performers that kind of, you know, blasters.
Yeah,
Thurston or Bowen.
Yeah. And look, you know, we've got our own giant with Jamal.
That's right.
But have you seen the kid that's going to be playing for the Cowboys this year?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I can't remember what his name is. I'll tell you a little bit on later during the show, but
Alright.
He's a monster.
I've got a few of those, mate.
Yeah.
I reckon, honestly, if our forward pack, and you got Jamal on there as well, throw him in, he's basically forward.
Yeah.
I would be terrified to face us.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm a Titan fan. So let's get into this.
Absolutely. Coming to you now, semi-live.
Semi-live. And Nick, we had a trial against our mortal enemies, the Brisbane Broncos.
We did. Oh man.
And it was down the Gold Coast. And it was at a local ground. And we kicked their ass.
Yeah. Oh mate, that Burley Bears. Paddock, Prison Park. That's a nice football field, though.
Oh, I love the Queensland Cup.
And it's even nicer when the Titans flog the Broncos.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah.
And 7,000 people turned up. I mean, some of our games we got last year, we didn't get too many more. So that's impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And I think that's probably seating capacity. They were full, weren't they?
Sorry?
It's only a small ground.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For Prison Park.
Oh, when these type of games are played, it's like PNG Rugby League. There's palm trees and on the roof, or it's like the SCG when you see those pictures from like the 20s when there's people just sitting on top of the roof and you're thinking, oh my god.
That was a good game.
It wasn't really that bad. I'm joking, but
no.
It was good. Good on the field and good off the field socially too. A whole heap of the Legionnaires got there early and staked our claim. We got a nice steel stand in the northern end. Our spiritual home is the northern end.
That's right.
Of any ground. And pitched camp there, and Davey got the Legion gear from the club, and so we had all our banners and flags there, and I'll tell you what, everyone showed up in colour.
He's a worker, Davey. On game days, hand off to your brother.
Yeah, game days he really puts in, so go up to Davey on game day and say hi and ask how you can help. At the end of the day, podcasts, vidcasts, websites, the thing that matters the most is game day and atmosphere and having a good time. That really is important.
I reckon we'll talk about the game in a little bit, but we got some awesome footage from Dalton. Dalton took his camera and I know I've taken my camera to the games, and sometimes you wish you were watching it instead of recording.
It's definitely worked.
So it was a huge effort for Dalton, and we really appreciate it. So here is some footage from Dalton of the game.
I just need 8 to score and double full. Sit down? Yeah, we don't sit down. That's why at the All-Star game, we were uncomfortable. We can sit, let's take it. All the team up. I've got them out for you. You want them or not? That's not a bad kick. Come on, boys! Oh! Good set of 6. Ah, bullshit!
That's some great footage, man.
That was excellent. Thanks for that, Dalton. You did a champion effort, mate. And please feel free to keep sending the footage to us because we will put it on the send bit.
But back to the game.
Back to the game. The game was impressive.
It was, and probably the eyes of most Titan fans would be on our recruits. And the good news is, they were all in impressive form. The standout would have to be Nate Miles.
People underknow when he came up and he checked out the side and he hadn't been officially, jumped on board. But Nate, we are happy that you are here, mate. It's just you're probably the missing part of the jigsaw set. Your game was awesome, mate. It was just brilliant.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm looking forward to having him on board, having him on our team for a change. I really think that he'll take his career to another level and continue to represent the Maroons with pride this year. But
you can't. But listen, we can't miss the Italian stallion.
Oh, that was a
mini
ironic thing, wasn't it?
2 tries, buddy.
We're all going on about all these new recruits and our foundation Titan Mark Miller.
You know what it is? It's all that avocado that he eats.
Oh yeah.
That's the fuel for his engine.
Yeah.
No, you did well, Minnie, and mate, you're gonna have an awesome year this year too.
Definitely, definitely. Good bloke. And probably the only down point in his game, but it probably also brings out some of the good points, is that you know, he's probably a bit, you know, sloppy with the ball sometimes. Like, you know, either comes off or it doesn't. So we're certainly hoping this year, you know, it just sticks for Mark. And, you know, we'll see a lot more barnstorming tries.
Joe Johns, pre-season, come up and help the boys out.
Yeah, we need more of that.
But he's my ultimate. I mean, even though I'm older than him, he's my football hero.
Yeah.
I love Joey. He's a good boy, you know.
Genius.
Yeah.
He's the sort of bloke that can just turn a game single-handedly and was as lethal in defence as attack.
Yeah, well, funny enough, before the Titans even existed, I was born in Newcastle, so I've always been a Newcastle supporter.
Fair enough credentials.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having a second team. The second team, right? You're not in this division.
Oh,
You still follow.
yeah, I've still got a
There's
jersey.
nothing wrong with having a second team. I mean, if you're paying for Foxtel and there's 8 games a week, why not have a second team and follow them around?
Yeah, but just make sure one of them is the
You
Titans.
can never go against the Titans. But, well, you know, Michael said that, you know, we'll have you for 11 games if we lose you for 1. That's, you know, that's a certainly a strategy for the future. You know, we'll get their kids.
Yeah. Hasn't Surly and Cardi done well in the recruitment? I mean, it must be like Pinky and the... You remember the cartoon Pinky and the Brain? Those two...
Remember it, I was watching it last week.
Oh, those two mice that wanted to take over the world. That's what Cardi
And
is.
Pinky ended up being smarter than the brain in most days.
Well, I'm not going to tell
Well,
you.
who's Pinky and the brain? What are you saying?
I'm not going to say
I
which
don't know,
one's which.
man. You want to mess with Surly?
No.
I don't want to mess with Cardi. Have you seen those guns?
No, yeah.
Do you want to just like withdraw what you just said?
No, I don't, because I'm trying to get a point across, Brad, so shut up. No, but what I'm saying is that they must have had, you can come back in the screen now,
That's a
mate.
safe idea.
Yeah, they must have had, it must have been like Dr. Evil, when they were
What?
putting the paper, the
Nate
plot-
Miles come will give you $1 million.
But don't you reckon?
No, Sellers going, we'll give you $1 billion. $1 billion.
Yeah, $1 billion. But it would have been, I know it would have been stressful, but it would have been fun at the same time. Putting the paper, the players that you wanted, and then finally got.
But they love it.
Oh.
That's called building a club.
Yeah.
And they pick their players not just on performance, but you know what sort of people they are, and even Jamal Woodruff is going to bring a lot of people to the game. Just like Steve Renoff used to, and Gordon Tallis, and players like that.
Yeah. No, it's exciting this season, and I kind of feel like a little bit of the giddy schoolgirl with what's going to happen.
Oh, it's good.
It's.
And the more you look forward to it, the more fun it's going to be. But back to the game though. I just thought another thing to say.
We digress.
We always digress. Sorry, we're going to do that less in every episode. But
Oh,
it's I don't know. Probably not. But we really did dominate in the first half, and the Broncos did score a couple of tries off some loose balls from us. So that there's 12 points from that.
Mind you, because I was sitting here white-knuckled in the studio because I didn't get
In the studio.
because I couldn't get to the game.
Yeah.
And I think fair enough. We tried a fair bit of that venture because we wanted to see how all the boys played. But I must admit I was packing shit to find out. When it became 2 points and then the time's kicking down.
There's now biting.
More grey hair. What do you do?
Well, the Broncos, they've broken our heart before, and I don't know. You hear of this sort of thing like that's an NRL game, that's a final game. To me, every game is independent of each other. I want to win every game, and it's meaningful.
Yeah, it's like boxing though. You don't get in the ring to get knocked out.
And I tell you what, when we actually played the Broncos for real at Lane Park and Skill Park, and you're all nervous at kickoff, I'm going to get some value and some solace out of the fact that we beat them in the preseason.
I'm going to make a prediction this year.
What's that?
We aren't going to. We probably Adam Max will play the Broncos twice this year.
Yeah.
We're not going to.
Well, hopefully not 3 times like in 2009.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to let them win once. We are going to give them a hiding.
That is so incredibly important to me.
It is, mate. I can feel it now. It's like it's a whole Jedi mind trick. We will.
You got to think positive.
Yeah.
But Prissy had a good game, good control, and probably one thing we need to work on is we did drop a few balls or didn't call for it, and that caused some confusion. So, but that's kind of fairly easy to work on, though.
Well, they reckon Zilly's going to be back for the Cowboys trial.
That's right. But he's playing 5'8", so he probably won't be catching many high balls.
No, true. Who we got for that?
Oh, Rankin, he had a good game.
Stinky had a great game.
Stinky, what?
Oh, I heard once that was his nickname because Rank, Stink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
that makes sense
if it's not true.
See, that's a good nickname. It actually bears some sort of, you know. I always wonder about nicknames because you see them in like the media guides, and you kind of wonder like, are they really nicknames, or do the players endorse those nicknames, or they just throw them in there?
Yeah, well, it's like David Mead, how he got the tag Magic. Was that from the Choppy?
I think it's when he scored that amazing try against Manly, I think it was.
I can watch that over and over again, but you know...
The best sort of nicknames should be connected to, you know, events. That's really cool.
Yeah. And like Flash too. Flashy Gordon. You know, I did a fan video of him. I've had about 14,000.
That was one of your first ones, wasn't it?
Yeah. And when the boy's running, he's like an ostrich. He's just off.
See where he tore apart the Broncos a couple of years ago?
Oh, anything.
The lines he runs.
Yeah. I'd be happy if the water boy knocked over a Bronco during the game. Yeah, but Kevy did. He ripped him apart. It was great. Yeah.
Recruitment for the Titans Army.
Yes. There's a battle of the beaches, isn't there?
Well, the NRL are running something called the Membership Premiership, which is like an evolution of what they've done in the last years, you know, when they stacked up different clubs against each other. So we've been stacked up against all the other sort of famous beach clubs, which is the Cronulla Sharks.
Yeah, Sharks. The Seagulls, Manly, and the Chookies, Bondi Boys.
So how are we travelling at the moment?
I'm not saying we're coming last because the fight is never over. But Titans have got 270 memberships.
Yeah, that's during the period from about the 2nd of February, and I think it ends on the 24th.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And the winner gets 10 grand to their club.
Nice. And then we've got the Sharks on 345. We've got the Screaming Seagulls at 404 memberships. And the Steggles Chickens at 381.
So we are trailing, so it's, you know, it's important for you to sign up as a member. And you know, at the end of the day, these sort of things, no clubs are a loser in this thing because it's bringing out the best, you know, in recruitment. And it helps the clubs, you know, it's a bit hard to always be posting media about this is membership sign up. You know, so it gives them a bit of a new angle.
Yeah, and I mean...
And I want to win the battle for peaches.
Yeah, mate.
It's actually a good idea.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea. I can understand a few people, not everyone, because there's a lot of hardcore Titans fans out there. There'll be a few that are a bit disillusioned from our efforts last year. But hey, give the boys a chance this year. I can guarantee you that you'll have a big smile on your dial come the finals this year. We'll be there.
No, we will be. So let's start saving now. This, you know, final slush fund.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, talk about membership. The most important membership to us is Legion, and this year we not only have the Home Legion membership, which you get for $225.
Mate, that's value for money.
It sure is.
It is.
And also we have this year debuting the Away Legion membership.
Yep. And that's going quite well.
So it's only $60, and you're getting 2 tickets to, you know, a game and a merchandise pack.
Yeah, we had a bit of a sneak peek at the merchandise pack late last year, and it's pretty impressive. And the thing that you guys got to remember too is that it is Adidas merchandise or Adidas.
Which camp are you in? I'm in Adidas camp.
Adidas?
Yeah.
I just like sounding sophisticated now. So
well, really, it's a German company, so I guess whatever they say.
Yeah, Wunderbar.
Anyway, but it's $60. So, and I really think it got out of the gate strongly based on, you know, national recruitment. And I think once we catch on, like I'll sign up to get it. Once we start catching on, you know, the Gold Coast stands, we'll see even more growth there.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be nice seeing. It doesn't really matter, but the bigger the better, but having a representation at Amy Stadium, down, we're playing the Bunnies or whatever, and there's Titans in the crowd. That's just awesome.
It's the best thing ever, and it's a great advertisement for our club. And not to mention the players, they need the support.
Oh, and we've talked to a few players, and they do actually look out the crowd to make sure that there's some of us out there. So, we are. But $60, how can you go wrong with that?
It's pretty good. I'll be signing up soon.
Yeah, me too. So, away membership, and don't forget also a normal Legion membership.
Yeah, the big one. I mean, the goal is to get 600 or 1,000 Legionnaires one day, and this year I think we're well on track. So I'll be interested to see what we come up with. We've already blitzed last year.
If we can just fill Bay 30 full of Titan supporters, that would be awesome. Get rid of those. I'm not going to say stinking, but I already have.
What are you saying about Rankin, man?
No, I'm talking about those Warriors supporters.
Sorry, Jordan, man.
Man, they're like cane toads.
Well, we were digressing, but that's actually a good point. That against the Warriors, there's a lot of Kiwis there, and we were talking about maybe having dedicated theme days for each. Maybe not each game, maybe second or third game, maybe. Last game of the season, Toga Party. The game against the Warriors would maybe have an Aussie theme. Patriotism.
Yeah, that's it.
You can wear your Aussie jersey or a flag or come as Ned Kelly.
Yeah, and we've always got those two lunatics, the Space. We've got those two lunatics, the Space Boys running around.
Oh, I love those guys.
Titus and Aluminium Boy.
They're the coolest.
They are.
They're even better than cool. We need a new name.
Oh, they're GQ Smooth. That's what they are.
Yeah.
GQ Smooth. But they get the crowds going.
It's exactly what you want. I mean, they make songs. They're visually impressive. They're new costumes. They've evolved this year. They've got new costumes.
And they're funny as hell.
Yeah,
a couple of times I've had beer come out on those at the game just because of some of the stuff that they've been.
Well, that's what we pay our $225 for.
Beer coming out, it's just a beer. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, and the Space Boys, they do a sterling job at the games, and they've got a sponsor of their own this year, haven't they?
Yeah, I think it's yeah.
I'm not sure.
Body Science.
Body Science?
Pretty sure.
So they've got their new...
You'll hear more about it, I guess.
Yeah, they've got their new neck-to-toe undies and their capes.
But good on a company that's recognising the fans as a way to, reach, their target market.
Yeah.
I mean, no one does that. Why not? You have sponsors for everything else. I'm not saying that we should be sponsored. Maybe in some fashion, we don't want to be,
we're not
running crowd, but there's certainly an authentic and, impressive way of, integrating a bit of sponsorship. And we'd be happy to do it. Probably not like a brewery company, because that kind of excludes the youth that we want there. But
oh yes, and we're responsible as well. Sometimes.
Pretty good.
We just don't want Michael Siller ringing us up and going, Mick, what the hell have you done?
Not again.
Not again. But maybe not a brewery.
But once again, the Space Boys, why don't you, come up with your own thing, and come to games, make your own character, paint your face, just go all out. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, look, we've given a few prizes away tonight, but I'm going to put a challenge out for our next episode. I'm not going to tell you what the prizes are because I like the surprise of it all. But the Titans fans have got young children, as family. If we want to see the best drawn poster, Titans poster, just.
They don't do that these days, colouring competitions and drawing, and it's all like computer stuff and SMS barcode or an SMS. Yeah. That's a good comp.
We'll leave the age open, but if Kevy Gordon sends a photo, a picture in, sorry Kev, you were out of it, mate. But get your kids to do a Titans poster up, and you can. What's our email address?
legion@titans.com.au.
Yep. So get them to just email us that and with the details, and we'll announce the winner on our next episode.
And they probably just slap it on the Facebook as well.
No.
Keep it big exclusive.
Yes, I think it's exclusive.
Right,
yes, because we have to judge it.
Oh,
And I'd hate for it to be
Gotta
judged.
have some reason if people watch the show.
Oh, I hate for people to judge it before we judge it. And go, oh, you got
Yeah,
it
that's
wrong.
right.
Yeah, because that's happened before. I'm not very good at running competitions, and but anyway. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Get your kids to do a Titans banner up.
Kids, you said it was open-aged.
Open age. Well, I mean, everyone's a kid.
Every footy fan is a kid, really.
Yeah. Well, over 21s can't apply.
Oh, now you're changing it.
Yeah, mate. Oh, well, come on, this is our show. You know?
No worries.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
So if you're like, third year graphic design student at TAFE, you can enter.
No, well, we might have a competition later on for the serious geeks, but this one's for the kids. So let's see your best artwork and send it in, and I guarantee you'll be happy with. We'll have first, second, and third prize, I reckon.
Yeah, we're fair here.
So do it, please.
So the Green Machine are coming back to Skill Park in round 2, which will be our first home game of the season.
Canberra.
Canberra.
I do like them better than
Better than who?
the Broncos.
Oh yeah, well, everyone's above them.
Yeah.
But we had that famous victory last year.
We did.
Famous victory, probably one of a few, but it was a freaking awesome victory.
That was good.
We were down at the T-Bar going berserk.
Yeah, that's another one I missed.
What were you doing watching at home?
I think I was drinking a couple of lemonades and watching.
As long as you're watching, man.
Yeah.
So they're back in town. So tickets on that are actually already on sale. So
They
go
are.
to ticket.com.au and type in Titans.
And get your hungry little hands on some.
Hey, how are you, boys?
Good, mate, good. How are you down in Mexico land?
Mate, it's not too bad down here. The weather's been a lot kinder to us this time, so it hasn't hit winter. So, and football season's about to start, so things are really about to heat up.
Collingwood's going to have a good season.
What? Wrong code, dude.
The only thing tough about the football down here is that they made the silly bastards wear singlets. That's about it.
I love it. Very true.
Mate, so we've got you on the phone. It's a frantic 5 minutes with Coaster because obviously we haven't got you on the screen this year because you're down in Victoria for work. And
lucky for everybody, they don't have to look at my ugly head.
mate, trust me, I've had to get a special program to make my head not as fat as what it is in real life. So
We've got 3 filters for it.
You got one of the mirrors from the circus, do we?
Yeah. It still doesn't work though. So, mate, 5 minutes with Coaster. Coaster, it's point blank with Coaster. So we're going to get started, mate. What's on your mind? What's the vibe?
Well, as I mentioned yesterday in the audio podcast, the first things first would be the fact that I don't get to see any rugby league down here. It's an absolute joke, in my opinion. They have an AFL football show, as everybody knows, on Channel 9, and I'm not sure whether Channel 9's done a deal or not to absolutely just not show rugby league down here, but we don't get to see it at all.
Maybe they just prefer guys in short shorts and sleeveless tops.
Well, yeah, but see, that's part of the brainwashing, isn't it? So, the home of sports in Australia, so to speak, as long as it's AFL and nothing else. But, look, it's not too bad down here. There's a few clubs. We're slowly starting to train them and give them a lot of money on nights when the rugby league's on Friday night so we can see some football. Yeah,
you raised a relevant point when you did the audio podcast with David Kay about, it's not like Melbourne don't have a winning side, and
The Storm actually, you know, I look for all their, you know, they've had their mishaps and et cetera, everybody knows. But the Storm, well, I'm a Queensland supporter, so I'm always going to have a little soft spot for them because they've got so many good Queenslanders in there, hey, Mick? And, you know, just want to bring up that 6 in a row thing, mate. You know, it's
mate, you know.
It's in my blood. Mate, apart from that, I mean, like, the Storm themselves down here, they basically go unnoticed. I mean, we were sitting in a cafe the other day, and what's his name? Brian Hinscliffe, is it? He was sitting in the cafe, actually, just sort of sitting beside us.
Yeah.
So, they just blend in. They just go unnoticed down here at all, whereas, you know, if they're in Sydney or somewhere like that, then they basically get the Telegraph sort of make sure that they've got 65 photographs of them by eating a kebab.
They can be kind of attractive to a player, though, to play football at the top level and then sort of go incognito, you know, in your off time.
Yeah, look, I think there's a happy medium, though. I think what happens down here, I think, is a bit ridiculous, the way that they just shun any other sport. It's completely just, it's not kosher to even talk about it. And look, there is a little bit of, there's a bit of ground support. It's really rebellious to go for the Storm down here, so look, all the best to them. You know, they've got some good supporters, and let's just hope that when they play the Titans, they lose freaking miserably.
We'll be there.
We will, mate.
Yeah.
So,
and, you know, that's what it's all about, you know, but I think the happy medium has been reached on the Gold Coast, where players can live a normal life, not be hassled too much by fans. Of course, look, fans want a piece of their time, but they don't go overboard like they do in Sydney, you know. I would like to think they don't anyway, that a player could go to a club and not have to be, you know, have punches thrown at him and shit like that. What happens to Benji Marshall and stuff?
yeah, well, I mean, Big Jamal, he said that apart from wanting to sign up with one of the best clubs in the NRL, Titans, he said that the other bonus was that you know, he gets his privacy, you know, he can drive it.
Yeah, well, he's from Foster, is it? Big Jamal's from?
Yeah.
Look, yeah, and that's the thing. The little Gold Coast is no longer a country town. It's growing up very quickly, and it's trying to find its feet as a city. And the Commonwealth Games probably won't do us any great favours, in my opinion. I mean, the city as itself is growing up pretty quick. But overall, I think that the players still get to have a bit of privacy. I mean, I've seen Preston Campbell down at a Rundle shopping centre one day, and, you know, it was like, hey, Preston, and he's like sitting having a coffee, and he was like waving back to me, and it was like, it was good to be able to have that interaction with players without the media scrutiny that they do get in other cities like Sydney. So, look, it's an attractive option for players to come up, and look, I would like to see more Queenslanders in the team, though, I tell you right now.
Yeah. I mean, as long as the boys don't.
Can I mention I'm a Queenslander, Mick?
Yeah. I know. I always.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
you give me the shits all the time, mate. Yeah, and I'm a Blues, and hey, but look, you know, as long as the boys don't go around buying Bernard Tomic bright orange BMWs and drawing attention.
That guy's 21 years old. He's got the world at his feet, and I would be doing a lot worse than Bernard Tomic right now. So I think he's doing all right.
Hey, look, I love him. I reckon he's a good, he's a good boy, you know, and
he's a Gold Coast Titans fan.
Yeah. But you know, if you want to put a magnifying glass on yourself, hey.
And Matt, Coast fan too, Bernard Tomic, I hear.
Mate. I've seen the hidden the love story diaries from between him and Coaster. Yeah,
like when he was down in Melbourne playing for the Australian Open, he came and hung out, and we just played cards, and I was teaching him how to really drive a BMW. I was just trying to tell him, mate, just floor it, drive it like it's stolen.
Yeah, I heard the word love was thrown around a fair bit. Love all, and mate, as always, there's words of wisdom coming from the great Coaster. So,
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, we've got roughly 5 minutes to flog you, mate. So I might as well talk you up.
Fair enough.
So, hey, listen. I know it's a hard question, but before we finish our phone conversation, mate, Oh, wait, can we expect you back, like, will the Free Amigos, maybe halfway through the season?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely be up there. Well, once this starts to free up a little bit, it'll start to give me some more time. I'm trying to get up there for round 2 for the first home game. I think that's important. And then, obviously, March 17th, I've definitely got that penciled in to come back to the Storm game. We're flying up with a bloke from Twitter called Super Grover.
Yeah.
So that's already been pre-planned. And, mate, look, you know, I've got to get up there and kiss the wife at some stage, so I might as well come up there and give you 2 big kisses while I'm there.
Well, mate, we can't keeping the bed warm for you, so... Oh, mate, look, as always, it's great to talk to you, buddy, and we honestly hope that you can make it to most of the home games because...
yeah, we miss you.
Yeah, and it's hard getting the ring in to keep your seat warm all the time too, dude. Hey, and before we sorry, mate, I was just going to say, before we leave, don't kill me over the intro. Your intro.
Mate, I already had a bit of a flash peek at that. Is that the one that I've seen, or what, Nick?
No comment.
I reckon I look debonair, mate. I look pretty bloody good with that big hat on my head and the ugly looking moustache that I grew for November. So, yeah, it is what it is. I can't bag the face, mate. It was what I was born with, so we're going to keep going.
Alright, mate. As always, good to speak to you.
Boys, and before you go, mate, I want to wish you both the best of luck with the video cast this year. And look, I'm really proud that you guys took up the mantle. It was hard for me to walk away from because obviously you know how much I love that sort of stuff. And mate, I'm super proud you guys jumped in the seat and didn't let it die.
Mate, our pleasure, you know, and I guess it's like every sincere Titan supporter, you do it because you love the side, you know. That's it down to a T. All right, buddy.
Boys, you take care.
And we'll talk to you the next episode. 5 minutes with Coaster. Is it with a bullet or point blank? Well, it's always point blank.
You better remember your intros.
Oh, well, look, I made it up. I wasn't expecting to remember it. All right, buddy.
See you later.
Bye, mate.
Okay, time for some feedback here at the Sin Bin Footy Show. And we actually have some feedback all the way from Western Australia and Victoria, and their Titan fans. What do we got, Mick?
Mate, we've got 2 fellas. One is Liam Hughes from WA. He's a 16-year-old, massive Scott Prince fan, loves Princey. You know, who wouldn't? I mean, he's had some ups and downs.
I'm a big Prince fan, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the charisma. When he's on fire, he's just lethal, and we're just praying to God that Princey finds his mojo this year, which we reckon he will. Yeah. But Liam lives in Port Hedland, Western Australia, loves Princey. He's a bit devastated because being over there he doesn't get live football. I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. I mean even if he's lucky enough to have Foxtel, there's still not decent free-to-air coverage over there, so he's still missing out. Yeah, and he's written us a really nice email, and you can see his passion in there. Yeah, he's one of us.
Yeah, so we really appreciate your email, mate. And I reckon that the Sin Bin send you an Away Legion membership, just for your just for your troubles. And listen, I reckon we can organise a Scott Prince signed poster too.
All right.
That's coming to you, buddy. So that's excellent. And you were mentioning the second email from a fellow
from Melbourne. I mean, has Coaster tried to email in and rip off some prizes from him?
He earns too much money. We're not going to give him anything. But a fellow by the name of Cos emailed us, and I don't think he originates from Melbourne, but he's down there at the moment. And he's in the same boat, he wants to get back to Queensland.
The Foreign Legion.
Yes, the Queensland Foreign Legion. And that's cute because he mentions in his email that he bought his daughter a Tiny Titans membership, which that's awesome.
I mean, damn the Titans membership department and their alliteration.
It gets me tongue-tied every time. Oh, I got that out of
You're a tongue-tied tiny Titan.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but we love you. But we love your passion too, Cos. So we're going to send you an away membership, Legion membership as well, buddy. And we hope you enjoy it. And both of Liam and Cos, when you're up here,
Silver service.
silver service.
That's what we call it. But it's having introducing your children into the Titans family. I mean, that's what the Legion's all about. We're not about bandwagons or hooligans. We're about families, and they're the sort of people that stick there.
Well, that's it.
Through good times and bad.
And you got to think about the next generation. We want the next generation to go for the Titans as well.
Yeah, we want the best next generation of players and fans.
Yeah. So that's awesome, guys. So that's our 2 emails for this week. Thanks, boys. Got those prizes coming to you in the not too distant future. We'll organise it the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
Before round 1 starts. So happy days, boys. Mate, what do you reckon? How good were the Titans boys at the All-Stars game?
Oh, we are the All-Stars, man. We always have a massive, representation there. Not only because we've got some great players, but we've got a team that's got a large and proud Indigenous element to it, and it always will.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm born and raised, probably 3rd generation Australian, and I was backing the Indigenous boys because they, on paper, they looked absolutely lethal. They
are the sentimental favourite. I tend to default go for the NRL because I think someone has to, but really people like us that aren't Indigenous. I mean, we're part of the target market there that they're trying to reach. With their messaging and all us getting together. I just love the All-Star concept. From top to bottom. I love the Indigenous jerseys. I love what they've done with the NRL jerseys. They've innovated with club logos.
That looks great. That absolutely looks awesome.
So thanks very much for that. And I also love the logo itself. It's symbolic of a coming together of people.
Yeah. Hey, how good was Preston Campbell on the didgeridoo? Mate, he looked like Eddie Van Halen. He was blowing away, and I was starting to get up and do a bit of a headbang. He was great. Oh, Presto. And I'll tell you what, even though it was a little bit, he cringed. Jamal Idris and Luke Bailey, that connection.
To do that to Luke Bailey as well, I mean, your rugby league's a random sport, so it's hard to, it doesn't really mean much, but, should be interesting at training. Yeah. Luke
Bailey is one of the bloke. He's probably him and probably just Luke.
Probably just Luke.
Yeah, that I have the highest respect for. He's last year he was gutted. You could see every game he was busting everything to give 100. I mean, there's no such thing as 110%. But if he could give it, he will.
He gives it all.
He does. Even
when we're getting smacked, he still put it in. He still chased, still smashed plays, still tried to rip up the boys, and we see that and we respect it. And
well, he's not just a workhorse. He's a war horse.
I love that term. Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's like, yeah.
I didn't really rate him until because he's a Dragon, so there's a certain amount of bias there. But when the Titans brought him on board, they knew what they were doing.
They had a lot more hair back at the Dragons.
No, they normally are. Not that I play for the Dragons.
He's aces in my books. He's Hey, are we doing the co-captain thing this year?
I don't think so, but I know Souths have 5.
Yeah, well, bunnies multiply, you never know.
That's true.
Yeah, but I think if we don't have it, we should bring it back because...
I think, either way, it's probably just a seal on a piece of paper because the fans respect him as a captain.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that Scotty doesn't do a good job because he with all the pressure he's been under in the last season and the few injuries he's had, he's done the best that he can. But if anyone was going to get me charged up on the ground, that would be Bull.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
You know, if they were telling you two different things, you'd be like, yeah, I'll be doing what Luke says.
Yes.
But it raises a point that...
I'd be calling him sir too, yes sir.
Yes, sir. And, you know, me and Costa were talking last year and we thought, you know, seeing Scott Prince as captain, you know, maybe he shouldn't be doing goal kicking. Maybe his places with the team, talking strategy, revving him up, then, you know, up the other end of the field kicking a ball.
Yeah, look, I agree with you because when Matty Rogers was playing, mate, no one's got a sweeter boot on their foot than Matt Rogers. He's half. I mean, I don't hate me for saying this, but his feet are half AFL feet.
I hate you.
The way he kicks the ball, I mean, and he's got, if his feet were compared to boxers' cannons, like their arms, mate, he's got the best in the business.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But, you know, we were spoiled for choice when it came to kicking those days. You had Brett Delaney and Chris Walker and even Preston Campbell can kick.
Well, Bo Henry's no slouch.
That's right, yeah. We were crunching numbers on the forum last year when we signed him. We were like, Bo Henry can kick! He can kick!
Not only can he kick, I mean...
It is a skill that can be taught though, because we've seen, you know, a great many really distinguished kickers. They're kind of, you know, tasked to do it.
Hey, listen, we'll just change that we'll just get off track for a minute.
Yeah, we're talking about All-Stars and then Luke Bailey and...
No, that's cool, but not just...
That's a sin bin.
That's
What are you going to do? There's no rules.
Yeah, we're not angels here, we're sinners.
What are you going to do, cancel us?
But, what's your favourite combination this year?
Oh, easy. Straight away I thought halves, but it's definitely Kevin Gordon and Jamal Idris.
I reckon too. Mind you, the other side bloody lethal as well, with Bo Champion and Magic Me.
Bo Champion was very impressive against the Broncos in the trial, and David Mead's always been one of my favourite players for a long time. I actually made it better for him, Titanium Cool.
The kid's got skill.
He does.
But so does Gordy too.
Yeah.
Mate, and
we're blessed to have wingers like that.
Oh, and what has he done in the off season? Kevin Gordon is huge. If you haven't seen him in person lately, he's like a upside down coat hanger.
Well, I guess, you know, I probably added it to his game, and I said he'll be swatting players off on the way to the try line now.
But to think of it, it's like normally if you add 1 and 1, you get 2. But if you add Kevin Gordon and Jamal Idris, you've got
everything.
Everything.
Jamal will draw the defence, you know, and we saw it, well, you didn't see it, but couldn't make it. But yeah, Jamal was, you know, we saw a couple of offloads from him as well. So.
And that's what Costa was talking about last year, that 1%.
Yeah.
Draws the players in, they think they've got him down, and then he passes the ball and...
Yeah, 1%, but we were way too one-dimensional last year, and that's why teams could shut us down and put a heap of pressure on Princey, and you're as good as, you know, beat us. And
our defence sucked too last year.
Yeah, I think that was a lot to do with, you know, losing Nathan Friend.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we kicked off the season not thinking we had Nathan Friend all year, so we trained with him, and luckily Matty Sharama came along, eh?
Mate, I love Matty Sharama. I do. I'm going to fill out the adoption papers later on. I love the kid that much, mate. He's a champion. He's getting over a minor injury at the moment, isn't he? That's why he didn't play with the Titans Broncos trial.
Yeah, Greg Bird and Silman didn't play either, so you know, while the Broncos say they may not have had a full strength team, either did we.
Yeah, and it was Birdie's birthday too.
The day before it was.
The day before. Yeah. So he's, what, 21 again? No, we love you too, Birdie.
Yeah, we do.
It's all good, mate. So, now that you've tuned into the Sin Bin, we hope you like it. We've also got our brother Davey Kay. That's not our brother.
Yeah, our brother with our brother media.
doing the audio podcast called Legion Talk. So stay tuned. Dave's going to do that weekly. And yeah, it's a good show. Everyone enjoys it.
Yeah, taking over from Costa, so that, you know, it's a cliche, but they're definitely big shoes to fill.
Yeah, well, he's doing all right though, Davey. He's got 2 up there now, 2 podcasts.
That's right.
And
you get it on iTunes. So you can snag it on our website, titanslegion.com, or go onto the Legion Facebook page.
Yeah.
You'll find it there. We posted it a few times so everyone can get a look at it. Or just on iTunes. iTunes is pretty cool because you just search Legion Gold Coast Titans will pop up.
Yep.
Make sure you get this year's, because I think last year's is still there. And click subscribe too, and it'll automatically download when episode goes up, which is about every week.
Happy
Wednesdays
days.
he's doing, yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah, good on you, David.
Yeah, keep up the good work, mate. We're always listening, and yeah, you're helping our reaching out to all the Titan supporters.
Yeah, and keeping a good thing going. I mean, you know, it was concerning when, you know, Coaster was going, and, you know, obviously he couldn't fully commit to the podcast. And I think the strength of the Legion is that someone can step back a bit and someone steps up.
Yeah, well, I've got to admit, it's kind of new, isn't it? Being in front of the camera instead of mucking around with all the effects.
Yeah,
cutting
or
and
just
editing.
watching it on YouTube like I did last year and
Yeah.
didn't really do anything.
So if you can put up with our two melons and Davey's sexy voice on podcast.
Yeah, I mean, you know, later in the year you might see us on the podcast as a guest, you know, or maybe you might have Davey feature.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
You'd have to censor it a fair bit because we dropped the odd swear word.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
think I said freaking before, yeah.
freaking.
I said Bronco too,
But mate, keep it up, and you guys tune into both podcasts, and we hope that you come back and watch the Titan Sin Bin Footy Show.
but yeah.
Cool.